Hello, 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 and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification button so you don't miss any of my videos. I am on the road to 3,000 subscribers, so if you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscription button, and if you don't want to miss any of my videos, please hit the notification button, and don't forget to like, share, and comment. I was scouring the blogs, or actually, no, I wasn't scouring the blogs. As soon as I opened up my Instagram, here he go. All right, so let's look at some hot topics. I generally won't talk too much about political stuff, but this is near and dear to my heart because I am a former educator. Trump has begun drafting executive order that instructs Linda McMahon to take the necessary steps to abolish the Department of Education. President Donald Trump is looking at a plan to shut down the U.S. Department of Education, according to a draft executive order reviewed by USA Today. The order would direct Education Secretary Linda McMahon to start closing the department and shift control over education back to states and local communities. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said Trump is not signing the order on Thursday, despite some media reports, but she did not rule out future action. A White House official confirmed that Trump is still deciding his next steps. So basically, the media and the blogs just want to keep putting out salacious lies or misleading stories to get us all riled up. That's why I just keep scrolling half the time. Since only Congress can fully eliminate a federal agency, this order would test how much power a president has. It could also raise concerns about what happens to the billions of dollars the department provides to schools and students. Trump has long supported getting rid of the Department of Education, arguing that it has too much control over state and local education decisions. Last month, he even said he hopes McMahon will eventually put herself out of a job. Okay, well then what's she gonna do? McMahon, who was confirmed as Education Secretary on Monday, has called shutting down the department its final mission. In a message to staff, he said the goal is to end the overreach from Washington and that her team will work with Congress and other agencies to figure out the best way forward. What are your thoughts? I know here in Texas, a lot of people are against getting rid of the Department of Education because it means all of our money, all the money we put into the education system will be spent on these $10,000 vouchers so kids can go to private schools, and it will take money away from the public schools. So there's a lot of mixed feelings about this, but most of what I've heard is that it's going to leave public education in shambles and in despair. No money. No money. And the ones that don't have, the ones that are not rich, will not be getting an education when that's really already the case. Those in lower economic areas are already not getting the education they need. So, I don't know. I don't want to talk about the pros because I don't know if there are any pros, honestly. More airplane news, more crazy people airplane news. And Southwest flight forced to return to gate after passenger strips bucket naked and runs down aisle. Very weird that nobody intervened. Y'all, I'm so scared to fly now. It's ridiculous. Neighbors, this is a weird one. A Southwest Airlines flight from Houston, my goodness, to Phoenix was forced to return to its gate Monday after a female passenger stripped bucket naked and ran up and down the aisle for nearly 25 minutes, shocking fellow travelers. Footage obtained by ABC 13 shows the unidentified woman gyrating in front of the cabin as stunned passengers looked on. Witnesses reported she paraded unclothed throughout the plane, at one point allegedly attempting to enter the cockpit before authorities intervened. Where are the people that are one-hitter quitters when you need them? Where are the people that can just knock somebody out cold with one punch? Nobody was on that flight that can do that. The Houston Police Department detained the woman for a medical evaluation but has not confirmed whether charges will be filed. See, I be wanting to know what's wrong with those people. We never get that follow-up story. What was wrong with her that made her strip bucket naked? What medication or drugs did she take or not take that day? We need to know that part. I'm done with this story. I'm done with this story. Let me read. While the motive behind the outburst remains unclear, reports indicate the woman reportedly demanded to be let off the plane and declared she was bipolar. Ma'am, if that's the case, what happened to your meds? And if you're not taking them, you don't need to fly. Don't that make sense? She needs to be arrested if she knows she's bipolar and she didn't take her meds, and she decided to fly anyway. Start doing more than detaining, arrest, and keep them locked up if they're at fault. All right, the Married to Medicine ladies had their reunion, and they put out the reunion looks. And as usual, Dr. Heavenly's running her big mouth. And to me, she gave Dr. Simone a bad review. She gave her a bad rating for her dress. Dr. Simone's dress was one of the nicest ones that went along with the theme, the Bridgerton theme, but wasn't too over the top. I like it. I like Dr. Simone's dress. But Dr. Heavenly said Dr. Simone and Sweet Tea had the ugliest Married to Medicine reunion dresses. She goes in on Simone. She probably just got out the OR and said, F it. And I think by this time, Simone is used to and doesn't care what Heavenly has to say. So she decided to go in on her the hardest so that she wouldn't be seen as a bully talking so bad about Sweet Tea. Now, if y'all look at Sweet Tea's dress, this is not Bridgerton. The hair is not Bridgerton. I don't get it. Look at this. What are you doing? What is this? What is this, Sweet Tea? That's terrible. Let's hear what Heavenly, some part of what Heavenly had to say.
All this shit here, to me, honestly, looked like a tied up sheet, or even toilet paper, if you will. Like, it looked like she just tied the shit up, and then she missed it because she's got a little opening right here, so she ain't even really tied good. But she has a cute smile. I don't think her dress is long enough. It would have been better if she had a train, but she just fucked it up with this right here. It's supposed to be the skin color, so you're not even supposed to see this part. You're not supposed, this all of here. Who did this? Who was your stylist, Simone? Because they fucked you over. My thing is,
the only thing I will say is that Simone likes to be very conservative, and so that nude sheer part, it shouldn't have even been there. We should be seeing skin. That's the only thing I'll say about that. Otherwise, I like it because it's simple, it goes with the theme, and it fits her body. Okay? Be quiet, Dr. Heavenly. And I like Dr. Heavenly. Let's see what she had to say about Sweet Tea.
Do it. I ain't gonna do it. Show the ass monotony. I ain't even gonna say nothing about this child. What?
And look at Heavenly head while she's up there talking about people.
Say nothing, y'all. What this dance? What is that stance she doing? Like me, she look like she say, "Hey, I ate." No, bitch. That dress look again like a dress you got at the back on wholesale and Heavenly Beauty. We had them dresses back there. I got them dresses for $20 a piece. They gave me a whole lot of them. They was the ones that did not sell in the dress store.
Wow.
That was the dresses, and I just took them because I had a store, right?
She goes too hard on Sweet Tea. Even though Sweet Tea is hostile and doesn't know how to effectively communicate, she is immature, but Heavenly goes too hard on Sweet Tea. But that dress is ugly. It's ugly, y'all. It's ugly. Moving on. This was very tragic. One of two suspects arrested for the murder of arrested for the murder of rapper G Money, Lil Ronnie, and his 5-year-old daughter, 21-year-old Jacoby Russell, still on the run. There's their identities. They're wanted for the offing of G Money, Lil Ronnie, and his daughter. I mean, how do you off a child like that?
Mommy. I love you. Miss you at school today, or Mommy?
It's so sad.
I love you.
We gotta stop the violence. They're not sparing women and children anymore. Ooh, let's listen to this. Dr. Umar responds after his 22-year-old daughter calls him out for advocating for black women while being an absent father. Ask that little girl to stand on business by asking her mother why her father hasn't been present. Okay, let's listen. Y'all know Dr. Umar. Let's go in his closet.
Me and never responded. I'm 20. Hey TikTok, so I just wanted to come on here with a small short announcement. I just want to start this video off by saying I'm not trying to get clout. I literally just want to have a conversation with my father. My biological father is Dr. Umar. He has another daughter. I tried to contact him about, getting to know my sister on my dad's side. I asked him if he knows her or if he has her number. He ignored me and never responded. I'm 22 years old now. My dad has never been to anything important, no graduation, no birthday parties, nothing.
Wow.
He has not been in my life.
Exposed.
Again, I'm not making this video to bash him. I'm making this video to state facts, okay? You can't get on Instagram and get on social media and portray to be an activist and talk about how black kings need to be with black women, but you're not even in your black woman's daughter's life. It doesn't make sense. You're being a hypocrite. And it's frustrating because I reached out to you. I reached out to you. I shouldn't have had to do that. I'm your daughter. But I'm smart enough and logical enough to know that you would never reach out to me because you don't have my phone number. And I'm pretty sure you wouldn't try to reach out to me because for what? I don't want anything out of you. I want nothing but a conversation. Forget the relationship. I really don't care too much about that at this point. I just wanted a conversation out of you and you shut me down. You ignored me. You should never be too busy for your daughter ever in life. So I just wanted to make this video to just try to, I guess, somehow find my sister.
All right, so enough of that. So I'm going to read a piece of his response to this. With that being said, please ask that little girl to stand on business by asking her mother to join in on a three-way conversation about why her father hasn't been present in her life. I have no problem with this conversation being public, but her mother must be present for that conversation. She needs to keep the same energy and bring her mother to the table. I am sure the truth will be revealed if all three of us are present together. I have absolutely nothing to hide, and I still have all of my family court paperwork in case any lies are told. Trying to use your father's name to build your struggle streamer career is so not cool. Okay, but Dr. Umar, why you got two kids that you don't talk to? It may be understandable if it's one, but why you got two that you don't talk to? And I just find it hard to believe, even though I know it does exist. Why do men want us to think that, or some men want us to think that the women who have these babies don't want the man to be a part of the baby's life? I am quite sure a majority of women that push babies out want the father to be a part of their life. But why is there always a problem? Why is there always something? They blame the courts, they blame the woman, they blame the woman's mama, sometimes they blame the kids. What's up with that? To me, it shouldn't be that hard. And Dr. Umar needs to be ashamed of himself. You got two kids that you don't talk to? Get off my line. Yes. Look at this mess. FAA temporarily halts all Florida air traffic after second SpaceX Starship explodes this year. SpaceX reportedly lost contact with spacecraft minutes after takeoff, resulting in explosion being seen from Florida to the Bahamas. Just stop. What do we need in outer space? Besides people just being interested in it. What do we need in outer space? Like, why? During Starship's accident burn, the vehicle experienced a rapid unscheduled disassembly and contact was lost. Our team immediately began coordination with safety officials to implement pre-planned contingency responses. We will review the data from today's flight test to better understand root cause. As always, success comes from what we learn, and today's flight will offer additional lessons to improve Starship's reliability. Speaking of, Speaking of outer space, can we put a stop to this, please? All right, can we put a stop to this? CBS Mornings co-host Gayle King heading to space as part of Blue Origin's historic all-women crew. Gayle, we don't want nothing to happen to you, Gayle. We don't want nothing to happen to Oprah's best friend. Gayle King is about to blast off. She announced Thursday, which was February 27th, somewhere around there, that she's going into outer space, y'all. Can we put a stop to this? These are the other ladies that will be joining her unless we put a stop to this. I don't want Gayle to go. I don't. And this is more tragic news. Member of the Omega Psi Phi fraternity has been arrested in connection to the untimely death of Caleb Wilson. He's been charged with criminal hazing and manslaughter. This is so sad and unfortunate. 20-year-old Southern University student passes away after reportedly performing an off-campus pledging ritual. They're still doing that. So last month, Neighborhood Talk reported on a story about a college student, Caleb Wilson, who sadly passed away after he was punched in the chest during an off-campus pledging ritual for the Omega Psi Phi fraternity. Well, one man is currently in police custody in connection with the incident. According to WAFB, Caleb McCrae, a former Southern University student and member of Omega Psi Phi fraternity, has been arrested. He has been hit with 2 charges, criminal hazing and manslaughter. Manslaughter carries the most serious consequence of up to 40 years in prison upon a conviction. As previously mentioned, this incident happened on February 27. During the off-campus pledging ritual, McCrae punched Wilson in the chest to the point it made him collapse. He was rushed to a local hospital where he was pronounced deceased. As much as they publicize stuff and have brought up these type of hazing rituals, y'all would think they would stop, right? I guess it'll take a few more people to pass away and a few more people to get arrested and charged for these fraternities to stop. Just stop. It should be something else you can do. It should be something else you can do to be initiated. So LeBron James apparently approached Big Mouth Stephen A. Smith about some comments he made about his son, Bronny James. Looked like it got a little heated.
That was LeBron James coming up to me, unexpectedly, I might add, to confront me about making sure that I mind what I say about his son.
As you should.
Can't repeat the words because they ain't suited for FCC airwaves. That's what he was doing.
You all right? You can handle it.
And I thought long and hard about this over the last few hours because I had no intentions, Molly, of talking about this at all.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because it was a one-on-one, I wouldn't say a conversation, but it was a one-on-one confrontation. But then I wake up and everybody from ESPN and my agent and everybody else were sending me that this thing had gone viral. And so ultimately it was unavoidable, and that is why I have to discuss it now. That wasn't a basketball player confronting me. That was LeBron James coming up to me, unexpectedly, I might add, confronting me. That was a parent. That was a father. And I can't sit here and be angry or feel slighted by LeBron James in any way.
So what do y'all think about LeBron James, Dr. Umar, and Dr. Heavenly? Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification button so you don't miss any of my videos. Bye.